Hey, my name is Thomas Prime, and today we're taking a look at the Transformers Legacy United G1 Quake. Hang on. And this figure, it's actually surprising once you get it in hand. And let me tell you, in pictures and in promotional material, this guy didn't look that great. Now, it doesn't look as good on camera right now, but let me tell you, this figure is a bit special. And yeah, it shows. So this figure is basically a heavy retool of Skullgrin, if you didn't know. Now the only parts that I know about are shared with this and Skullgrin is the forearms down, these little pieces here, the feet. Now that I think that's it. As far as similar tooling goes, that's practically it. Other than that, this is mostly its new mold. I mean, sure, you could say the chest, but that has different tooling on it, as you could tell. Like the shoulders are new, head's new, most of the legs are new. Even the back is new. I don't have Skullgrim with me because he's broken, and I don't have enough. I can't, and I don't know if I can get another one. I mean, I can, but do I really want to do it right now? Here we are. But anyway, this figure, you'd be surprised, is very surprising in robot mode, as you could tell. I love the colors that they went with this guy for a nobody character. Red, or is this is more like a maroon, right? The blue, gray, black. And even looking at the head sculpt. Hang on. Come on. Focus. There we go. Even looking at the head sculpt, you could tell it's really nice. In fact, the entire head is just blue plastic painted gray with some gold and red for the eyes. However, it does look a bit strange from afar. I don't know. But hey, and I gotta say, this does feel really nice to hold. Sure, it's not as high quality as other Hasbro products, but I will say it does feel good enough to be playable. Now, in terms of accessories, he does come with these guys. These are Target Masters. Tip Top and Heater. Yeah. Unless I have the name swapped, which if I do, leave it down in the comments. I gotta say, they're mostly well done painted. And yes, most of the black here on this guy is black, and this guy is just covered in paint. All this purple, paint, as you could tell. Yeah, not really a fan of that. But oh well. It's Jesus. It's especially prominent on Heater right here. Should have just cast this guy in black, honestly. Son of a bitch. I really wish that this guy had its own sprue. Though I don't think they could have figured out a way how to have this guy have a form of purple plastic. I don't know. But anyway, these nicely done painted, and and transmissions are pretty easy enough. They don't have any articulation to speak of, but you can fold out the gun bits, and you can have them hold them like guns, like so. Or if you want, since he does have family ports on the bottom of his forearms, like the Legacy figure, like the Legacy Skullgrin, I mean, you could obviously put them underneath, like so. And that doesn't look too bad, actually. Looks really cool. Now, you may have noticed that there's something missing. I decided to cut off the little claw things that were on the hands. Because, well, because, well, I think it just adds a little more differentiation when it comes to Skullgrin. Now, articulation-wise, the head. It is on a ball joint. Heck, I could take it off to show you. It is on a ball joint. Ball joint. But just due to the way how the head works, it only works as a swivel, which is unfortunate. Shoulders can rotate, full 360, can move in and out. Biceps swivel, bend at the elbow, nothing at the wrist except for that. He does have a full waist rotation, hips forward, back, in, out, thigh, knee, ankle. And that's basically all your lot for this figure. Now for size comparison, 86 Bumblebee, Kingdom Pipes, Age of the Prime Slingshot, 86 Bone Crusher, and we have 86 Voyager Scrapper. Yeah, I know, he's basically the size of the Deluxe, but like, what do you gotta do? He's got a ratchet in there. Now, in terms of transformation, there is something that is similar to Skullgrin. You want to flip. The upper section is basically the same. So you flip this around, flip this up, flip this up and around, fold that in, make sure this connects, fold in the fist, rotate the bicep, do the same thing for the other side, of course, slide this up, bring the arms together like so, and they should be like that. They peg into the black part. Now we work on the legs. So you want to make sure the foot's out of the way for this. Fold this out. Fold that out in the process. You want to make sure the foot is out of the way again. You want to pull this out. Now, what I recommend you do is to bring this down a bit, and that gives you clearance to move this to the front, like that. Flip down the foot. Now, I recommend you be careful. You want to hold it like your finger right here, and this should go down like so, I think. Yeah, it should go down like that. Because if you don't do that, it will pop off. Now we could do the same thing for the other side. Boom, boom, boom. Make sure that boom, boom, boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Almost got it. Hang on. There we go. I know this looks like a hell right now, but in person it's actually way easier. Off camera it's actually easier. I mean, you want to bring this down like that. Make sure that's up, and then we can hinge it right here. Not, and don't bring the legs with it. Then you want to make sure it taps into the black parts right there. And here is the tank mode. Yeah, the tank mode isn't the best. But, you know what? I do kind of like it. Sure, it's a mess, but like, I'm not sure what you could do with the Skullgrin budget just to make this look better. Perhaps maybe like have like, I don't, an extra hinge fold out from the backpack and like cover this section up, I think. But yeah, it does look backwards. As you can tell, this feels like the front and this should feel like the back, but this is the way it was designed, and I don't know how else they could have done it. Now, the turret does rotate, but it does rotate with the... it does rotate like that, and the turret just goes up. It's kind of annoying, but understandable. However, what I have major issue with... Where are the treads? Where are the wheels? I shouldn't be scratching it on the surface like that. And I get it. It's not people are going to display it in vehicle mode, but it's still a toy. Come on, you couldn't figure out a way how to put wheels in here, or like it wouldn't be that hard. Just put one here, and maybe a couple. Maybe put a gap here just for the wheels to be right here, I guess. Also, hello. Anyway, I'm just gonna do row and mode size comparisons because, well, I don't want to transform. And you know what? I'm just gonna transform anyway. I'll be back. I almost forgot about the Target Master compatibility. You want to plug this. You can plug these on top if you want to. If I can find a port. That looks dumb, but you do have 5 mm ports on the side. That doesn't look too bad. Anyway, now we can take these off, and I'm going to transform some figures off camera real quick. Here he is with B, Pipes, Slingshot, Bone Crusher, who also doesn't have rolling wheels, Y, and Scrapper. Now this figure, I do really like him. Quite a bit. He does a lot for retooling. So, do I recommend it? I don't know, that's up to you. But I bet he is on sale at the moment, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think he could be. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I'll tell you what. If you're not happy with the current price, I recommend you do get it on sale, because I think that's where I think you should get it best. But that's just my personal opinion. And that's my look at Legacy United Quake with Tip Top and Heater, which they're off to the side at the moment. But if this video gets 1 like, I will review a McChicken. I'm kidding. That's a joke.